Okay, so I am on my own server here, and I'm just going to test out making a triple spider spawner, but in a kind of a safe and easy environment in creative mode. And you'll see sort of what the process looks like. I usually do this before I make any kind of complicated grinder setup. Um, and there we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a quick platform here, and yeah, you'll see how it looks. Let's see here. This spot should be fine. Something like that. There's some really great editing tools for just quickly filling in a large region. Something like here. So I can just go here, I can go set stone. This is world edit, so the commands basically let you fill in a large area, and poor pig. And then we'll have a nice spot to work with. That's kind of like creative mode, but it's within it's not within a flatland world, it's just within whatever world I picked. Okay, so now I'll begin setting this up. The next step is to fill in where the spawners should be. So I'll do that, I'll figure out exactly where they should be, do some measurements and figure out sort of the equivalent coords for the position I'm at. I'm right at 0, 0, so obviously I'm not going to be building this at spawn, but we'll get equivalent spacing and distance between the spawners, and we can just work out how many spaces when we're trying to convert this into a grinder on the HCSMP. Back in a bit. Okay, so I've placed in the these little grass blocks where I want the spawners to be, and now I just have to carve them out and just into the pits where we want them. So here's what I like doing. I can just paste blocks of air, and that just lowers me down, and I can check that I have enough levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we had said 7, 6, 7. 7 blocks for that one. Come over here. This one's probably 7. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we come over here. This one I think is 8. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, there we go. We have our little rooms around the spawners. And now we can figure out the tunnel system to connect them. So we go in one. The great thing is I don't have to worry too much about collecting any materials, crafting anything. This is creative mode, so I can just take whatever I want. So we put that in a little bit. I'll probably sweep this one this way. We need to have a good focal point. Don't want to be too far away from these when we're waiting for spiders. Probably easiest is just along here. We can fill this in later. This will just help me get an idea of the flow, the direction of all this. I think it's okay to have that one there. this one to be somewhat centered. I don't know, I guess it's centered. Maybe something like this one. Do one over for this one. Okay, so that's basically our central collection point, and we can carve this out a little bit maybe. Just make things a little easier on ourselves. Then we can kind of see where things are coming through. And then, let's see here, I need stairs. Sure, why not cobble stairs? Actually not there, I don't think. This one. So this is just like building a regular spawner, grinder, except that it's I'm making 3 of them, so it's 3 times the challenge. Not a problem. Sign. Signs will keep the water held back. Okay. We'll need one there. These guys don't really have far to go, you know? Not far at all. We want the water to flow a certain number of blocks. So there's an even side, there's an odd side. This is where the water appears. That. Another sign here. Water flows here, that's good. Put a sign here. More water flows here. Water flows here. Just use glass blocks. Keep all the water in place. Kind of need to make sure we have an even number of water blocks along here. That can be an issue if we don't have quite symmetric number of blocks from the water source to the central point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's from the water source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Water source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to move it over 1, actually. And if it's not symmetrical, what will happen is that the spiders will tend to bunch up on one side. But if it's symmetrical, they'll kind of fight each other, and then they'll kind of appear in the right spot. So that's important. What else? And we can do a trick like put a sign there, but it's more efficient if you can have the water flowing right to a nice central spot. I'll fix that. That wants to come in one. Okay, not too bad. I haven't done a triple spawner for quite a while, so have to see how this will work. 3 water currents. This is pretty far over to the left. Not something I normally do, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6. Okay. So we make the water flow in a very specific direction. You want the water flows to kind of balance each other. And I think what we can do is we can reset the water flow by having our final point up a little bit. So basically we have this little thing here with 2 blocks, 1, 2 blocks. We'll have this little thing here, 1, 2, and we'll have this little thing here. This is a pretty good way to equalize the water flow. This should be okay. This tells me that this is the midpoint between the two, so that's kind of where we want it. What else? So we'll put these blocks in the middle and keep building this up. The glass will be handy for us to see the spider, so we can make sure that this design is working all right. Sometimes you don't always know until you kind of test it, and this provides a really nice environment for just testing. If you need to rip things out, if you need to like delete and completely rebuild it, then you can do it. Okay, so they'll all point. You're here, it pushes you into the center. You're here, pushes you into the center. The only problem is that the spiders will probably drown if they get stuck here for any length of time, so it's a consideration anyway, but it should be fine. If we want to do the full, if we want to do something like the redstone to crush them, then this is a good spot to do it. Oops. Should be okay, this spot. So, the lower redstone will block them. Oops. Herp. The lower redstone will block them. The upper redstone will crush them. And then we have, we call it iron bars. So like that. Be better to have it on that side. And then our redstone, we can have all the redstone we want on this side to block them in. So that should be alright. So next we just close this off. Normally we won't use glass on top, but this is just so I can observe everything. I think this will be okay, right? I'll have to be able to come up here. I'll probably enclose the top, or just set it to night when I want the spiders to spawn. Change this to glass. a pretty accurate picture of what it's like. Alright, so if things flow this way, things flow up here. They should come this way. Looks good to me. There we go. Do the same thing. Actually pretty, well, it's one of the easier grinder designs I've seen. Sometimes they get really wacky depending on the placement of all the spiders. Oops. The spawners, I mean. Alright. Okay. And here's our central spot. We'll just do this one here. That one. That one. Not sure about this. This one's a bit off-center, but it should be okay. This one. That. We need a little bit of a cover here. Just needs to be up a little bit. Okay. Something like that. I don't have this probably exact, but it's okay. I think 2 on top should be fine. Put a glass roof on this thing. Two's probably okay. Another glass roof. 2, 3. Okay. And so yeah, that should be fine. So now we just have to set the spawners. And we can evaluate how well this is working. Okay. So it's daytime out, there's glass. So yeah, they won't spawn just yet. We'll have to wait till nighttime, or set it to nighttime. Let's do our spawners first. Okay, and so we're here. Can't really see the spawners. Let's see if we can make it so we can see them spinning. Can't see this one. Now again. I probably should box this up, that's important. Okay, so now we can just stand here. Verify that all three are lit up. Yep. Set, I don't know, something like that. It's nighttime? No. There's nighttime. Okay, so now we can see how well this works. Oh, they've started spawning. They're all spinning. They're all coming towards me, that's good. If I switch to... survival mode. Yeah, I'll have to probably switch to creative or something. Give me some air. Oh, that's great. So they're going to fight amongst themselves to try and get into this area. I think it'll help if I'm in a different... It should help if I'm in a different game mode. We'll see. See, they drown if they don't get quite caught up. So I'm not sure I like that. You know, when people say, oh, my grinder isn't working very well, well, it's a good idea to kind of test it out like this beforehand. What happens though is you see how they kind of bunch up here. Ugh, come on you. Go away. Honestly. Get out of here. Where did he even come from? I don't even know. Just fell on top of me. So we look here, and we see a whole bunch of them. We see spiders coming in. We see, for the most part, it looks like they're bunching up here. We can start killing them. And I don't know, we'll probably be able to just kill spiders continuously. With so many, with 3 spawners, that's actually quite a lot, a triple. Usually I just do a double, but in this particular case, we've got plenty of spawners. So yeah, not bad, not bad. I may change the water currents around. What I can do is maybe move the second one of these things back a little bit. So that's an option maybe. Anyway, I might play with the design a little bit more, and I'll come back if I decide to revise it.